Welcome to Zoma Museum in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. In Amharic it's called Zoma Beta Mezeker. It's a museum, but it's also like a botanical garden, and it's also showcasing the architecture, traditional architecture of Ethiopia, which you will see later on. They grow lots of things here, native, indigenous species, as well as others. Things like rue, coffee, insects or the false banana tree, lots of herbs. Even things like nasturtiums, which are surprised to see here. Rosemary. Lots of fruit trees as well, including oranges and pomegranates. Found some ripe coffee berries. Lots of coffee plants here, growing in the shade. Picking the fruit or the leaves is not permitted, so I won't touch them, but it's really nice to see. Some people boil the leaves or make the coffee from the leaves as well. The coffee husk itself. So once it's ripe, the red skin is peeled, and there's I think the white layer, and then the last is the seed or the coffee. And the red, I understand from reading that there's eating even the red outer layer can be quite beneficial. There are lots of antioxidants and all sorts and oils in the skin itself. Sometimes you will find it dried, but I think it's also quite perishable, so it's not widely available. I also understand that it's added to compost, to soil, and generally used for fertilizing, even here. But yeah, maybe one day we will see the outer layer, the red skin, more widely available for its health benefits. Ciao. Ciao. This is all lemon verbena. All of this, it's interesting the way it's being used to create hedging. It's being used as a hedge here. It's very interesting to see it this way. And here in between the lemon verbena hedging is some rosemary growing and some nasturtiums. Lots of nasturtiums here, which I wasn't expecting to see because I think they struggle with the heat. It looks like the soil is being prepared for planting, but it's just the beginning of the dry season here. It's been raining. We're just entering a new month here, so it's going to get very hot soon and dry. So I don't know what this place would look like during the dry season. It's very green right now because we're just at the end of the rainy season. Various types of mint here, including chocolate mint, and this greyish looking thing is called ariti. I don't know what it's called in English. It's very fragrant. And the museum also is to showcase traditional Ethiopian architecture and building techniques. So these are those houses built using traditional materials, cob houses, wooden houses, and all sorts. This is Ru, or in the local language, Tenada, which translates to health of Adam. And we normally have it with coffee. We take a snippet and put it in the coffee just before we drink it. That's how it's often used in this part of the world. Zoma Shiferraw, or in English, Zoma Museum. This is an avocado tree, or in Amharic, Ashokai. Next to it is an apple tree, or in Amharic, apple is pom. So two very different types of fruit trees next to each other, apple and avocado. And there is also, I think, some holy basil here. This is, I think, holy basil. That's what it says here. Besobela in Amharic, or holy basil, or tulsi, I think it's also called. Not many people here today. It's a weekday. I think it's a Tuesday, yeah. Yeah, Tuesday. This place is closed on Mondays. I just had some coffee, or bunna, as we say here. And I'm resuming my walk through the museum. This is a type of hop for making some local beer. The plant is also known as geisho. Next to it is an orange tree, or burtukan, Citrus sinensis. It's the scientific name for an orange tree, which is explained here. Each label has the Amharic name, burtukan, that's the first line, or the second line after the Zoma Museum. The third line is the Amharic name written in English, burtukan, English name, orange, scientific name, or Latin, Citrus sinensis. I think this is a guava tree, just from looking at some of the fruits that's been partly munched over there. I can't see a label for it, but I think this is a guava tree. I think locally it's known as zaitu, but I'm not sure. I'm actually looking for a moringa, or the moringa tree, because moringa does grow here in Ethiopia, especially in the south near Arba Minch, Konso area. I've seen it there, I've been there, so I'm just trying to find it here. I was right, I found it. Zaytun, or guava. Lots and lots of guava here. Wish I could try one, but it's not allowed, so I will resist the temptation. Anyway, you can buy it here from groceries, so no need to steal. Plenty of rosemary here, or as it's known locally, which means leaves for frying, sort of translates as that. So for when cooking, it's used a lot for in cooking and frying meat in particular. Various types of cacti here, including aloe vera. And geraniums. Some mushrooms growing here too. Under the false banana tree. This building is actually a bathroom. It's very beautiful. Even inside. It's really quite pretty. Everything is just beautifully done here. So, good facilities here. Cafe, bathroom, toilets, and there's also a restaurant, but it's under renovation currently. I think I found the moringa tree, which I'm really happy about. I actually need to check with somebody who works here to confirm, but I looked up from actually where I was filming the mushroom here, and I followed this trunk all the way up and then saw the drumsticks. I think this is the moringa tree because it grows very tall. I recognize the leaves and the patterns, and more importantly the drumsticks, which is where the seed pods I meant. I think it's also known as a drumstick tree in India. Lots of seed pods. I have tasted the seeds, and that's quite an experience. Lots of different tastes. Trying to zoom into the seed pods because this tree is very tall. You can see it blowing in the wind. I think those are the moringa seed pods. Anyway, I'll ask and try and confirm. I hope it is what I think it is. Huge. Thank you to this mushroom log for guiding me to the moringa. There's a library too, and a gallery, but I think they're still under construction. So I'm going to go up there, up the ramp, and see what's over there. Just can't stop looking at these buildings. They're just so beautiful. Turns out I was wrong about what I thought was a moringa tree. It's actually something else called berbera. I don't know what the English name is. So, and I found it actually, another one of that tree right outside the bathroom. Had a closer look, and also one of the workers here explained to me that this is not moringa. It's a bit disappointing, but I learned about a new tree. And so it's here, you can see the seed pods of this berbera tree, and from what I'm told is that fishermen use the seeds from this tree to get the fish a bit drunk and guide them into their nets, and that's how it's commonly used around here, is to get the fish drunk. And here it is, these are the seed pods. And inside, and it wasn't me who took this, it was actually one of the guides showed me. I can show you what the seeds inside look like. Here they are, just got 2 of them here. So not moringa. And yeah, I was told actually they don't have moringa here. Never mind, the hunt continues. Some cactus here. Some papayas over there. This is an apple tree. Avocado. And then more avocado trees down there. This is the restaurant, which is being refurbished. Some of the food they plan to serve will come from the garden. I think the chef, the main chef, is Kenyan. That's what I read on their website. Some lemongrass here. And it's known as Addis Ababa in Amharic. This is a mango tree. There's a few of them. Another thing about this place is the birds. They love it. I've seen so many birds. You can just see them flying from tree to tree. And you can hear them everywhere. More rosemary here, or ጥብስ ቅጠል. more hops or geisho for making some local beer, or talla as they call it here. I think there's also a school next door to this place, so I've seen the kids running around. They seem to have free reign. They do their exercises here. I've seen them doing some running through the paths here. It's a really great place for school and for kids. Just very peaceful. I don't know if it's always this quiet, but it's a Tuesday. I've been here since almost the opening, around 11 a.m. It opens at 10. It's in the location is an area called Mekanisa. There is a roundabout which is referred to locally as I think Abo Church roundabout. So depending on which direction you come from, that seems to be the main reference. The Abo Church roundabout in the Mekanisa area, and there are taxis that can bring you here, including ride and Ferris. I used Ferris to get here, and it cost me 150 birr from the Lebu area. I'm standing on a raised platform, so I can slide down if I want. You can see the Ethiopian flag waving in the distance. There it is. This is a giant false banana tree. Lots of them. That's what they call the insects. It's ripe and ready. They're going to harvest it soon. It's huge. Another one here. Found a passion fruit flower. Wow. Passiflora, I think it's called. No passion fruits. But here is the flower. የታወቁ ናቸው የደብረ ብርሃን በጎች ጸጉራም ስለሆነ ታች ጋር ደግሞ ፍየሎች አሉ። ፍየል ከታች እዚህ ጋር ደግሞ ፍየሎች እዚህ ጋር ፍየሎች ገብታበት ነው። አዎ እቺ ፍየሎች ትንሽ ያስቸግራሉ አይደል? በጣም just on the tour, and I've learned lots about this place, so I'm going to do a quick recap and make some corrections. The owners of this place, the couple, own that building over there as well, are sort of partly living there, but it's still being finished. Something else I learned on the tour is the difference between the false and real banana tree. So the very tall ones over there are the false banana tree, where the insect comes from, and the shorter ones are the real banana trees. The shorter ones up front. Then nasturtiums, I learned people don't eat them here like we do in the West, but because the Addis Ababa's climate is cool, although it can get very hot, they do survive. This is the papyrus tree from which boats are made, and these boats are still made in places like Tana, by Tana Lake. This is spearmint. And something else I learned is about these traditional buildings and how they're made and what they symbolize. So I'll quickly do a recap and apply some corrections after the tour. So these letters and numbers are in Ge'ez, which is the alphabet for the languages in Ethiopia, at least some of the languages, not all. So these patterns are a combination of Ge'ez letters and numbers, and I've just learned in Ge'ez there is no number 0, because the thinking was that that there wasn't a need to represent something that doesn't exist, like a 0, so they didn't see a point in creating a symbol for 0. So that's what this is. This building, the designs represent the creation of the butterfly, the metamorphosis from a caterpillar. So a butterfly, plus various other symbols like the tongue for communication, and chains for the chain of life. There is a chain here as well, from the gutter right down to the ground. And next door, this is handmade, and it represents fingerprints. Fingerprint in Amharic is ashara. So that's why it looks like this. This is the shop. That's part of the museum. You can get some raw honey here as well. The sun is just setting. It's about 5 o'clock. The toilets, to show one more thing, which is the handles made from recycled spoons, and these hooks or hangers made from recycled spoon and a fork. There's a lot of recycling and reusing and repurposing in this building, in this place, and the owners really believe in that, and they have applied it. It's a husband and wife team who own this place. I think the wife is an anthropologist and the husband is an artist, architect, and much of this artwork is his work, including the recycling, the repurposing. There's a whole book on his work, and they've been interviewed by various magazines and media outlets about their work, so definitely worth visiting this place if you happen to be in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. It's a really unique and enjoyable experience, and the restaurant is going to be under new management and will reopen soon. As I film this, it's October, mid-October. I think the restaurant will open in the next few weeks. So there should be some good food as well. Hope you enjoyed this tour. See you next time. Bye.